Orofo we dey breaking news kese e pan amede ni nyina brɛ e wo Ghanatube orofo be kai say NIA National Identification Authority enche bia no mo call strike kese pan wo Ghana orofo ejebo eja enya ba bedu omanka so ma ba abonti omo sisi anu Oma cancel omo strike no mo ka say omo ba be ko indefinitely na say strike no mo yo omo adwen say omo ko indefinitely no this year no oma cancel strike no it is an indefinite strike no mo ka say omo ko no this year no omo enya nko biom this year no omo say omo call off the strike am so breaking news kesi am so this year me de nyina bre e Ghanatube no do for man ko na yenko tie ni enti a this year me no ka say omo call off strike no ne bre this year e Ghanatube so.
And as we said earlier, we've just received information that the Divisional Executive Council of the Public Services Workers Union, that's PSWU, of the National Identification Authority, NIA, has called off its indefinite strike. On Tuesday, June 24, 2025, the Divisional Executive Council of the NIA started or declared an indefinite strike. Of course, we now hear that that strike has been called off. We're going to get more details on this particular story in our subsequent bulletins when we reach out to the chairman or the divisional chairman of the PSWU. Now let's bring you back that story on the suspension of the strike by the Divisional Executive Council of the Public Services Workers Union under the National Identification Authority, because we have been joined by Francis Bankfudeme. He is the Divisional Chairman of the Public Services Workers Union, PSWU, as the National Identification Authority. Good afternoon, sir. Now tell us, why have you suspended the strike? Does it mean that your concerns have been met?
All right, good afternoon to you and good afternoon to your cherished listeners. I think for now, what is important is that we have been able to secure some levels of agreement with management where we have an agreed upon roadmap in ensuring that the 20% allowance, which is not in doubt or in contention, is paid within a given period of time.
Right, and so when are we expecting you back at work? That's the entire PSWU?
Of course, Monday, all staff are expected to be at work on Monday.
And you know you had been asking for payment of allowances. That agreement you've been talking about, are they expected to pay everything at once, or you've come to an agreement where some part payment would be made and the rest made later?
We have a roadmap to ensure the smooth payment of that allowance, and we are satisfied with that map. We are only looking forward to its enforcement, and for now we think that there is no need for us to continue staying in home. Once we have a roadmap, let's look forward to the coming days and see that how the payments are going to be effected. Until then, we have no just cause to continue staying in the house. We shall return to work and look forward to receiving our payments in the agreed upon timelines.
Right. Many thanks for your time. Francis Bankfudeme is the divisional chairman of the Public Services Workers Union, PSWU, at the National Identification Authority. He has been giving us reasons why their strike, that's their indefinite strike, has now been called off. That's taken us on our very second break. We'll be back with more news. To stay with us right here on Weekend Central.
Out of where breaking news case I'm meeting in our bro, our Ghanatube see a National Identification Authority almost strike no more call and this year no simple for no markers this year and Tiasia Juma tin time or mark cancel strike in this year meno casan this year Yamia domo China Monday ya or moon call me Juma so come our Ghana has a one say National Identification Authority see no Yamia do or mark cancel almost strike in the this year and Yamia doma almost and so kwa kotia omujuma so pefe o Ghana rofo moma enko na yesantu ansem so this year.
Well, you're still watching Weekend Central here on TV3 with myself and Judith Brown. Let's do some sport-related stories. Emmanuel Saki, born deaf and dumb, recently became the UBO Super Featherweight champion after defeating an able-bodied opponent, breaking barriers of what a physically challenged person can do. Billy Shen paid him a visit and tells his story.
Emmanuel Mankata Saki left the Hydro White Event Center in Dansuman As a new UBO Continental Africa Super Featherweight champion, born deaf and dumb, he dominated Nigeria's able-bodied Yusuf Mohammed Olalekan in 5 rounds, delivering a technical knockout. It was his 9th victory in 13 professional bouts, and the vibrant crowd who watched Saki land punch after punch cheered at the top of their voices as the young man received the belt. Silence remained Saki's companion, but the 25-year-old realized he had done something that many with similar conditions would consider a chimera. Saki spent 15 years in the central region with his mother, but after struggling at school, Emmanuel joined his father, Samuel Saki, in Choko. There, Emmanuel developed an affinity for boxing, often following his peers to numerous gyms. Samuel, who once pursued the sport and gave up at a young age, was initially dismissive.
I told him I couldn't box and there's no way he could, so I won't let him. He was swimming at Choco and I was told boxing was better as compared to swimming. So he followed the young boxer to the gym. They had some amateur fights and they decided to fix him, and I was like, he had not trained enough to be part, but after fighting they noticed he could fight and gave him the chance.
Saki found his home at the Warriors Boxing Gym in Kokumlemle, often taking lessons from Alfred Tete. Communicating with Saki demanded more than words. It required rhythm, repetition, and deep mutual trust. Tete crafted a visual and gesture-based system tailored to Saki's unique needs.
Sometimes, I don't know how to do that sign language. He don't do any sign language. But what we do is, whatever I want him to do, I have to demonstrate it. Because I'm a boxer, I'm a former boxer myself. So I'll do it for him to follow it. If he's gonna fight somebody, what I do is I'll get the opponent, the one who's gonna fight with. I make sure I get his videos. I will study him. That's what I normally do. So now me and him on the training grounds, now I'll teach him.
Saki has earned the respect of his peers and elders. They view the 25-year-old not as a boxer with a disability, but a fighter with a dream and immense potential.
It gives me joy that a physically challenged boxer has managed to win this. It encourages others with similar situations to even do better. Next 2-3 years. I think if he works harder, he can become a world champion in the next 2 or 3 years.
With every punch, he shattered expectation. With every round, he rewrote what was possible. He's not just a champion. He's a symbol, not just for the deaf, not just for the differently abled, but for anyone who's ever been told they can't. In the language of courage and grit, Emmanuel Saki is fluent and the world is finally listening.
Well, Judith, it's always refreshing watching people.
Other when a breaking news case here, Medina in our Ghana to NIA National Identification Authority for and at see and almost strike no more and see and think don't tell me chairman Nakasa and Wabana between no see a buying penny for any of Marcus and see and think don't tell strike no or mark cancel or for Tiname Adam or Chinamandi Yano. Omoko akotio medjuma so kama NIA for office or when a breaking news case am so begin nyina brel Ghanatube mamu refi like no subscribe no share no hit notification bell so am say na be a abrini abibia no be content a wo nya netempa no hwe no time for aha ana mede nsem nya besi Ghanatube makram nya medamu nase.